Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life, A Slice of Life. You know, if you're with me, you know what I'm all about. I'm all about getting older without getting old. I tell you, I got something for you today, but I'm not sure how to do it. So I decided that I'm going to be Tony Gaston. You know, he's himself, he's his own person. And so I no pretense. I just need for you to know about this. When I talk about looking good, feeling good, and smelling good, my friend Jarvis Jones out in Cali, we're good friends, and she sends me tapes sometimes, some reels, some Facebook information, and she sent me this. I have must share it with you. Now, you know, the real people who really know how to do this, who really understand how to work everything on YouTube, who have editors and different people, they can take the same reel, this same video that I want to show you, and have it playing in the background while I'm sitting right here. We haven't learned that yet. But I want you to hear it. I want you to know what these people say. These women are talking about why they get up and put their clothes on, why they feel good about themselves. There's women, and there's a gentleman in that too. You know, I was glad they did dandyism up at the Met, except that I didn't get some of the interpretation. But I need for you to understand we dress to make a statement. We as a people. Black people dressed to make a statement. And we thought that statement was going to be translated to the others about we all the same, we human. But it wasn't ever translated, but we still have kept the tradition of looking good and feeling good and smelling good, because we know where we had to come from. We know how hard we had to work for this country. See, you can get up and put on anything. Others can get up and put on anything, and go anywhere. They can put on bodies. They can put on whatever they want to put on. They're never all judged by whatever they put on. But soon as one of us do anything, the whole race is judged. You read, my students with school's out, but we have them read White Privilege, Male Privilege by Peggy McIntosh. That's a good read for you to read. White Privilege, Male Privilege by Dr. Peggy McIntosh. I understand she's still living. I have a friend who knows her. I've been trying to get a conversation with her, but she hasn't done it yet, but I haven't asked her again yet either. But that's neither. Let me go to the next thing. My phone is going to be on because I really want you to know what these men and women are saying. So I'm just going to play it and put it up here and hope that it works. Wait.
Dressing for me is a manifestation of knowing the self, of having a very clear sense of who you are as manifested by the things that you wear in your outward self.
Because you have to show your soul. You have to show your soul and your brain. Meaning, you are revealing something. But what you're revealing is true. It does take a bit of work.
I'm gonna hold that. I like finding this. Dressing is a manifestation of knowing the self. Wow. Dressing is a manifestation of knowing the self. I have to say that again because for years I've been dressing per the self, someone else's self. A self that, of course, you have a professional look that was established by other people. And what is amazing to me is that the professional look was established by others. Of course, we followed it because we had to have a professional look in order to get into the others' jobs. But as soon as, what's his name, Gutenberg, or the young man who founded Facebook decided, and the Google people decided that there was another professional look, a non-professional look, they could wear what they want to because they had the money and the wherewithal, and they were the millennials, then that look changed. So that the others are able to set the tone for the rest of the world. So now there's a casual look in some of in the workplace now. But there's nobody that we haven't been allowed to be who we are. And as soon as we decide that who we are going to be, who we are, then it becomes confrontational. And that's what I don't like. I don't like when we do it. So I was glad that the Met did make a decision with Pharrell and group that we're going to support, or we're going to hold up there are a number of Black designers, women that you never heard of, that designed for Mrs. Kennedy, President Kennedy's wife, and so many people you didn't know, because that's what we did. We did these things. We did it back then, and we still doing it. It's a number of things. We tailoring and my classmate. I don't know if you know of Donald. What was Donald's last name? Now I went blank. But I was in Paris one of those times, and I heard this person said Georgianne Thomas, and I said, I know nobody know me over here on Champs-Elysees, and it was Donald Hubbard. Donald Hubbard. You know, nobody talks about Donald Hubbard, but Donald Hubbard designed shoes for all the big names that you were wearing. So it's just information that never gets told that I want to share with you. I want you to know this is something. This is something like today. I like putting this on today. It made me feel good about Georgianne. And somebody would say, why she got that on? Well, that's what I had to deal with. I used to have to deal with why she got that on. But I'm so glad to be free now. I am so glad to be the free person that I am, that I live long enough to be able to put on what I want to put on. If I wanted to wear big earrings and 2 or 3 things and 5 or 6 things. And let me tell you what helped me with this. Iris. When I was working at the Absalon Center for working on the project, it was Dr. Meeks who introduced me to Iris. What's her name up in New York? And she had jewelry from here to here, here to here. She was well known. People wanted to elevate her, and they got books about her, movies about her. But this is African. And because she was a white woman, an older white woman, she was exclaimed. But when we do it, it's where's she going? What they did. It's just, I get sick of that. I'm sick and tired. I'm Fannie Lou Hamer. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I'm glad to be on this particular channel to say to you, just put it on. Just put it on. Let me go on with the rest of it.
It doesn't, you don't wake up one morning and say, gee, my soul is in the drawer here. I think I reveal my soul and what I'm like wearing these outfits.
A part of me,
I'm this.
Still a little girl.
Listen.
I still want to play dress up. Okay? And as I've aged, that has been one of the main ingredients in getting older and better. Because that little girl still says, wake up in the morning and just get fine.
Woo! Woo! Just wake up in the morning, just get fine. I gotta run that back. Just wake up in the morning and just get fine. I mean, I just enjoyed this. So thank you, Jarvis, for sending this to me. Like I said, I don't know how to put it in there, but I know how to do this.
Still a little girl.
Here we go.
I think I reveal my soul and what I'm like wearing these outfits.
A part of me, I'm still a little girl. I still want to play dress up. Okay?
I know what you mean.
And as I've aged, that has been one of the main ingredients in getting older and better.
Yes.
Because that little girl still says, wake up in the morning and just get fine.
Just get fine.
So, and I don't want to lose that. Because if I lose that, I'll lose me.
Well, I think
She says, if I lose that, I will lose me. That's what I'm warning you.
Says, wake up in the morning and just get
fine.
So, and I don't want to lose
She
that.
doesn't want to lose that.
Because if I lose that,
I'll lose me. And that's how I want you to be. Whatever that was, you 45, 55, 65, and 75, get up in the morning and say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going here, I'm going there. I'm gonna fix myself. I'm gonna write something. School is out, so I'm going in front of that computer. I already spoke to 20 people today about what we're getting ready to write, what we're getting ready to read, what we're getting ready to produce, what we're getting ready to create. Because God has given you that time and that energy to be able to do that. And you're sitting on so much knowledge out there. See, you don't watch my show and you're a dummy. And you know dummies. I don't have any dummies. The people who watch my show, I know who you are. I know how smart you are. I know what you got. I know the connection. I know what you're supposed to do. I know it. I can feel it through the screen. And when I got this, Jarvis Jones, when you sent me this, I told my daughter, I said, now, I know you're supposed to be able to sit right here and something be playing back there. And you can just point to it, like they do, say, listen to this. Or they say, listen to this, and they back here. Baby, I didn't know how to do that. I didn't care today. I figured out I could just hold it. I'm like Tony Gaskin. I do what I do. I do what I do. This is what I do. And I want to make sure that you get it. And so here's one more woman. Dressing is a manifestation. Oh, it's a man and woman too. Dressing is a manifestation of knowing the self. See, that's a class at Clark Atlanta, the graduate school. The person, what is it? The survey of the person. Anyway, personhood. I got a number of books in here that I would like to explore that and teach it also. Personhood. It's a complicated. It's simple sounding, but it's complicated. It sounds like your personhood. They got psychologists and psychiatrists that just talk about all components of personhood. And so I'm bringing you one component. Dressing is a manifestation of the self. Let me see if I can back this up to get this woman so she can come right in. Okay.
Because if I lose that, I'll lose me.
Well, I think when you're born, you have an appointment to be who you are,
Yes.
and if you listen to it, you become a better person because you're who you want to be, or the statement you want to make, you want to show your kindness.
It's just what makes you feel at home in yourself.
We're not expressing ourselves. We are simply existing. This is our natural skin.
All right. You got it. This was the best show for me because I was just able to share with you the joy of living, the joie de vivre. The joy of living. What you gotta have that. See, too many people. My daughter said something profound today. Not that she doesn't every day, but I thought about what she said today. You're soaking in all the negative that's coming out of some of the news media, and you're fighting and keeping up with a bunch of mess that you just need to dismiss because it's soaking in here. And it's soaking. What did I tell you about this? I think I can put this down now. Why do I talk about this all the time? This controls this. You're taking in all that negative, and it is soaking somewhere. I said it, and I think I had a friend who told me it was true. There's some truth to it. I said my breast cancer for me was years and years and years and years of never doing or expressing myself in the manner in which I wanted to. That I kept my music and I kept my music and my creative spirit hidden. I wanted to do it, but I didn't. I lost a big contract with Bud Light, Bud Beer. But no, it wasn't Budweiser. With Budweiser, yeah. No, it was Schlitz. I got it wrong. Schlitz beer. Anyway, and I've never swallowed it. It was Angela who was able to move on, and so I lament it. Your lamentations can kill you. You gotta let them. You got to say, you know what? I didn't do that right, and so I gotta go on to the next. I gotta do something else. I can correct that. See, I wanted to keep going back to it. I kept going back to it. I kept putting every day. It would stay in my head. Look what I'd said wrong, what I could have said, what I should have, would have, could have done. And I don't know. I spent too much time, and so when I would want to do something or just break out of my shell, it didn't fit what was necessary for the job. There was a person. I won't say what I want to say about the person at Delta Airlines. I'm just not gonna say that. But one time he said, "You don't fit the mold. You don't fit the mold," and I didn't, because I wasn't getting ready to stick my nose up nobody's behind that long to just be there. You know, I did the best I could. I gave him the best, but I had a line like I'm a grown woman. Grown, you know, back in the day, you say a grown A woman, educated. I'd already marched for Dr. King and all that. I wasn't doing that. That wasn't gonna happen. But anyway, I always thank my good friends in the law department for calming me down and making sure, like, girl, you got a child. But I did have a line. I just couldn't do it. And I had to move when the line got crossed. I had to go somewhere else because I couldn't do it. And I'm saying to you, you got to express yourself. You got 40, you're 45, you got 40 years. But those of you who are in your 60s, what the heck are you doing? You in your freaking 60s. Let me say it again, Reno, for the people in the back. You are 60. 60 and 40 is what? That's 100. Okay, so you're going to live to be 100. No problem. So you got 40 years to get it worked out. But let me tell all of you what happens at 70. And let me tell all of you about 75 and 79. Some of you all are sitting on 75 and waiting on 79. You're coming up on 80. You know, all of us wish we can be like Dr. Johnson at Spelman. I don't know how old she is, but she is so spry. Oh my gosh, she could play that organ like she played it the very first day I met her when I was a teenager at Spelman College. And now she plays it the same way Dr. Johnson could play the organ. And she turns around and she goes around. Beautiful. I would love to be all that. So some of what I'm going to say is contradictory when you just think about Dr. Johnson. Oh, she can just move around. And there's some more that just move around. But it's going to be some days I need to ask God, does she have any days that it just doesn't work? A leg doesn't work, an arm doesn't work, or something don't work, a shoulder doesn't work, a hip doesn't work, a tooth doesn't work, an ear doesn't work, a finger doesn't work, a toe doesn't work, an ankle doesn't work. It's some days like that. It's going to be some days like that. But you can't give in to those days. A guy was speaking to me today. I hadn't talked to him in a long time. And I said, how you doing? He said, I'm doing all right for an old man. Man, I had to get off the phone. He had to go and I had to go. He said, let me call you back. I said, okay. Because I don't want nobody talking to me. I had to, what? I said that one time and my whole body said, what? We old? All right then. Let's start getting old and breaking it down. I was like, oh, hell no. I said, I do all right. I'm doing all right. Hey, I'm doing all right. I'm doing fine. You must continue in that vein. You must say that out loud. You must scream it from the mountaintop. I'm doing fine. How you doing? Fine. How you doing? No, who wants to hear your litany? We ask how you doing. Are you all right? I mean, you look like you're all right. That's the proper thing to do. You say, well, I got a backache, a shoulder ache, had my teeth pulled, da 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 da. When you just get through listening to that, damn it, you got all the same thing they got. How you doing? I'm great. I'm great. Now I do say I'm doing the best I can. And I feel good about that because I am doing the best I can. Because I'm going to give you my best, whatever that is. But you got to get up. You got to get up and want to put on a blouse that got, on a Friday. And I haven't been anywhere. I stepped outside the house to say I went outside. You got to want. You hear the lady when she said that, what she said? Did you all hear these people? It's something on the inside, and it's something on the inside of all of you. It's something on the inside of all you, and damn it, I'm going to get it out of you. It's coming out. It's coming out. You got to make a decision to have it's got to come out. Because if you get swallowed up in the BS that's on the news, on the TV, on the I told you I had my phone on because I want to get that video. On the some of it is on your phone. Just go to the next thing. Find something funny. Write something. Create something. Volunteer for something. Listen, it's time for people to run for City Council, District 11. We got about a zillion people running. I remember when I ran, I remember the very people who didn't want me to win. I remember my daughter ran, and I remember all the people who didn't want us to win. And I guess they're all happy now because they all won in their own way. But, God wins in the end. And you have to think that if God wants you to have it, you'll have it. And he didn't want us to have it. And so it's okay because he gives you what he wants you to have. You will get what you're supposed to have. It's one thing we know. What God has for you, say it, everybody, it's for you. Say it again. What God has for you is what? It's for you. And so if you don't win something, then it wasn't for you. You need to go on to see what it is for you. You see? And that's a hard pill to swallow sometimes. It's a hard pill to swallow. But this thing I showed you all, I'm going to put the link. I can get the link together into my description because I want you to watch it yourself. Especially the sister said, I like the sister that said, hey, I gotta have it. If I don't do it, I can't make it. I won't know what to do it myself. Let me see where I put it. See, that's why I had to go and do it one time because now I can't find it.
Dressing for me is a manifestation of knowing the self.
Now, dressing for me is a manifestation of knowing the self. Dressing for me is a manifestation of knowing the self. Dressing for me is a manifestation of knowing the self. I am so glad for YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. I don't know. I came on YouTube in 2007. I did not know then what I know now. And this has been the best spot for me. And it may be the best spot for you. I listen to all the people say, well, you don't have any views. Listen, all 925 of you, thank you. My Gigi said, did you thank the first person? And I thanked the first person when I had one. And I'm thinking all 925 of you, thank you. Because you didn't have to subscribe. I want you to subscribe. I would like to have more subscribers. And I would like to have more people involved. But I like my analytics. I like them. I like them. I like when they say you got people in Canada. You got people in Jamaica now. You got people in United Kingdom. You have people in South Africa. I like that. I like to know you over there. Hey, you got as many men as women. I like that too. You got 49 men and 51 women, and one day it'll be 48 men and 52 women, and some days it's 52 men and 48 women. I mean, the percentage wise. I like that because I'm wanting to appeal to those of you who are about being 45, 55, 65, and 75 and not old yet. You're getting older. We all know that. We're not trying to say we're young. Nobody's trying to say that. We understand. Because if somebody younger will remind you how old you are, you don't have to worry about it. But by the same token, you just want to give in, throw your hands in the air, stop feeling good about yourself. As much as I can motivate, I will. Because you know what I've been through. Anybody been through 3 cancers? I say it, but I met people who've gone through 4. And there's somebody's gone through 7 cancers. I don't know if I could do 7. But if you got 7, then and God gave you 7, then you got 7. You just got 7. That's just it. He gave me 3. He said, hey. And he took my doctor. I don't know what Dr. Doug Collins is. I don't know. But I can't dwell on any of that because all I got is right now. All you got is right now. All I got is right this minute. There is no tomorrow. I don't know what tomorrow is. When I go to bed tonight, I don't have to get up. You know some people didn't have to get up. They didn't get up. There's some people didn't get up today. You see? So I'm going to take this, what I got. I'm going to take these people. I'm dressing in a manifestation. Dressing is a manifestation of knowing the self. To thy own self, be true. I love you. And you can't do anything about it.